What's up, ladies and gents? xcalizorz here, bringing you some more from the desk of xcal. Look at that, 3 weeks in a row. My gosh, he's YouTubing again. It's a miracle. Nah, not really. But, anyway, what up, party people? Howdy, howdy, and boy, howdy. Let's just go ahead and hop right into it. Several things I want to talk about today. And first things first, anti-cheat. Let's talk about anti-cheat. Because, Ricochet is set to release here pretty soon, and I've said it in one of the previous videos, I really, really hope this works, and it works well. Because, whatever Riot has going on with League of Legends and Valorant, I want that. Well, actually, do I really care about Vanguard having good anti-cheat, since I don't envision myself playing too much of it, unless I get it for free, which I'm pretty sure I will, but anyway, if it works and it works well, hopefully, that'll spill over into, other multiplayer games that I play, namely, DICE, to step up their game. I'm not entirely sure easy anti-cheat is something that, wow, I should be excited for. Right? No? No, I don't think so. But, just so far, as it stands now, I've been doing the online gaming thing for a little over 20 years here now, and the problem has just seemingly gotten worse as time has gone on, especially now that, money is involved in, playing games. How often was it that we saw the clips on the Twitter of, some fucking schlub jackoff, he accidentally alt tabs to the wrong thing, and there goes his aimbot and all the whatever fucking goofy mods, the map hack, all that sort of fun stuff. And it's like, well, I didn't wait. Look at my task manager. There's nothing here. Well, Dad just fell down some stairs. Got out of the stream, boy. Oh, what a bunch of fucking losers. And anyway, it just seems, up until this point, there's really just not been any sort of real innovation, and that's why I really hope this Ricochet works out for Call of Duty. And not that I envision playing too much Vanguard, unless I get it for free, and even if I do get it for free, I'd probably, play it for 2 weeks, get bored of it, check out the single-player zombies, and that maybe a little Warzone. But one of the big reasons I even stopped playing Warzone in the first place is because the cheating problem had been so bad that it was seeming like every other game had a cheater in it. And it really sucks too in a game like Warzone, where they really want to go out of their way to deprive you of much information as possible. Like, there's no kill feed, number one, which is just tragic. If I see a guy who's like, he's got like 15 kills in 5 minutes, it'd be hard not to notice that. And they're all headshots. If I see that, I'd fucking leave. I'd save 30 minutes of my time. It was so frustrating to the point that it's just, on top of all of my other grievances too, the cheater was just the straw that broke Bruce's back here. And, like, I would think, especially, like, when you've played first-person shooters as long as I have, you sort of get, like, a feel for how fast you should die in a given circumstance. Like, in Call of Duty, you can die quick, in multiplayer or Warzone. It's the nature of the beast. It happens, right? And then there's dying faster than that, which is like, whoa, what the fuck was that? In multiplayer, it's easier to see because, you've got kill cams, or it's in Battlefield, you can, it doesn't really have a kill cam, but, it highlights the guy who kills you, and you can see how he's moving and where he's at and all that. 9 times out of 10, when I feel something is off, I'm usually fucking right. It's sort of a sense that you learn over, years and years of experience. Yeah, look at me, I'm a fucking loser. I play a lot of video games. Leave me alone. Alright. One of the benefits. I can tell when I die to a cheater. Uh, yep. It's one of the benefits, boys. Start working at it. But I'd like to think at least, I mean, can we not have something in place that really just gets rid of the blatantly obvious crap, will get people to, tone it down bigly? It's like I actually scrolled, or hold on, I actually downloaded the, I don't know how many updates worth of Warzone so I could check out the leaderboard. Because when I last played, I mean, within the top 100, you could easily pick out 20 cheaters on just the numbers alone. It's like their numbers are so far, like just so far outstanding compared to, what looks normal. And I probably installed like maybe 400 gigs worth of updates. Thanks for that, Infinity Ward or Raven or Activision or all of you. You're all assholes for your obnoxiously large game. Hold on, I need some water. All right. So downloaded a bunch of updates and decided to gander through the top 200 to see what numbers stand out to me. And surprisingly, only two guys stood out. So maybe they're making some headway, or maybe the cheaters have gotten smarter. I don't know. But all right, check out these numbers: 90,000 kills, a 17 KD, and a 32 kill average. This is in Warzone. The Warzone leaderboard's on BattleNet, by the way. And the second guy is 132,000 kills, 10 KD, and a 26 kill average per game. And it does seem like, alright, if you average that many kills, why is the KD lower? Like, I was ready to strike that second set of numbers, like, from the record, but maybe, this guy actually played legitimately for a while. And he decided he was tired of the fucking grind. He doesn't have time to compete with the turbo nerds, people with no lives and all that, whatever excuse there is out there. Decided to boot up the fucking cheats, and the average has gone way up, and maybe his stats were such in the shits that it's going to take a while for that KD to catch up, which is what I think is happening here. So to give some context on like what the numbers look like in the top 200, from what I can tell, most people there had a KD of like anywhere between like 3.5 all the way up to 6. Anywhere between like 4 and 6. Little people dipping below 4, and a couple of guys up there at 6, and like two dudes who are at 7. And I think one of the guys I play with says like anything past 6 is a little sus, but I'll take his word for it. But even not counting those people, let's just say the average is around 4 to 4.5. And these two fucking guys, they double and triple that, quadruple that, 17 KD and a 10 KD. And I mean, let's think about this too: a 32 kill average and a 26 kill average. And most people in that stat line, the average kills per game, anywhere between, I'd say, like maybe 7 and 12. A few outliers at like 13, 14, 15. I could kind of buy that. There's some really, really talented people out there who play way more Warzone in a week than I would want to in half a year. So, I mean, hey, hats off to them, right? I can't hate. But, I mean, let's think about this, though. Like, a 32 kill average every game of Warzone you play, and you've played enough Warzone to get 90,000 kills. Well, let's plug that in the old calculator here real quick. Yo, to be able to do that in my head, I drink too much alcohol to do that in my head anymore. Let me see. All right, so wait, why did I even do that? 2,800. All right, no, all right. That would take him about fucking 2,800 games to do that. 32 kills a game. I plugged in numbers and I forgot what I was doing. See, getting old, man. Anyway, at 32 kills average, 2,800 games. How the fuck did this guy get away with playing 2,800 games and he's still fucking going? I mean, do you know how Number one, like what a game it would be to have 32 kills by yourself, killing 20% of the lobby by yourself. And you do that every single game, and you're that lucky to not get shot in the back or pinched or third party or just, in an unfortunate BR situation. COD luck. Walk into turn a corner and this fucking guy RPG pointed at you. Like, my God, it's not possible. I mean, I'd bet everything I own. No one is that fucking good. Though, if you've got aimbot and wall hacks, I mean, that can up your average there a little bit. Which, again, I'd bet everything that these two fucking guys with numbers like these are shysters and then some. So, this is in Battlefield, so like an instance of, just blatantly obvious cheating would be like 3 minutes into the start of a fresh Battlefield match. One guy's already got 40 kills. I mean, the only instance of any Battlefield game that I've ever played where you could get 40 kills in 3 minutes was if you were spawn camping on Kursk in 1942. I think I might have a YouTube video up of that of the VDFB and I doing that, but it'd take a little longer than 3 minutes to set that up because you'd have to capture all the points and get them in a spawn camping situation where you can sit there and start throwing det packs at their spawn. Oh, I missed that. That was so fun. The good old days. Now their main base is in an it's not uncapturable. You just can't go in there. I miss spawn camping. Spawn camping is fun, and people who get spawn camped deserve it. That's the hill I'll die on. But anyway, like, I can't think of a situation where that's even possible in modern bat. Like 40 kills within the first 3 minutes. I mean, unless you're like just an ace pilot, one of those freaks in a little bird. But even then, I think you're pushing it. But usually, when it comes to a dice game, these people are very obvious with their cheats. I mean, some guys try to be low key. Like I've seen plenty of hackers in my time playing Battlefield 1 these past few months where they're middle of the pack on the scoreboard. So like they're trying to hide it. But nothing gets past my eyeball. I can tell when your MP18 is killing me in 2 bullets when it should take 5. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, at the very least, I'd like to think we'd be able to use like like a mathematic formula and now like algorithms to really just stamp out the blatant assholes. It's gonna take a little more to really weed out cheating. I hope this. I briefly read what Ricochet is gonna do. It's a little too techie mumbo jumbo for me to really understand and digest. But, I hope it works as good as what Riot has going on, because I mean, I've never really heard of a cheating problem come out of League of Legends or Valorant. I mean, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong there. But this easy anti-cheat for 2042 doesn't really leave me feeling all that good. I know Apex has had its fair share of problems with cheaters, and I mean the state of Titanfall 1 and 2 were like, I don't know, one fucking butthurt ex-employee or whatever has shut those games down just entirely. It's incredible that even is a thing. But anyway, I guess that just about wraps up my anti-cheat. We'll keep eyeballs on the Ricochet, and I mean, fingers crossed that it works, because if it works and it works well, hopefully that will bleed over into other devs in their games, because I'm sick of these fucking cheaters, man. I really am. And for my eyeball, it's gotten worse. So hopefully, these billion-dollar companies can shell out, just something that'll work. I'd like to think they can spare the cash. And anyway, moving on. So And in my last video, we were ranting about the state of modern Call of Duty, and there was a lot of people, reminiscing about the good old days, and it sort of gave me a thought, and I think this actually does exist as like one of those weird like Chinese games, or maybe it's official. I don't know, but like, why is there not like sort of a I'm trying to think of how to phrase this, like a Call of Duty Legends type thing? Because it's it was a meme 10 years ago, and it's a meme 10 years later. Everyone hates the current Call of Duty until the new one comes out. Then we play the new one, and it's like, hey, you know what? That last one really wasn't that bad. Well, actually, I don't know if people are saying we'll be saying that about Cold War. God, that game sucked. It was fun playing combined arms with a stoner for like a month, but that novelty wore off and went back to Warzone to get slaughtered by cheaters. So I guess joke's on me. Should have kept using the stoner in multiplayer. And I was thinking, it's like, why is there not like a second game that goes along with each yearly release that sort of integrates the best of what the previous game was? Like, because I mean, let's use COD 4 remastered as a as sort of a a thing here. Was that not like a really shitty remaster? I mean, it was especially shitty on PC because I think within a week, some of these matches were starting 4v3, and last I checked, I thought people liked COD 4. But I mean, even like networking issues and matchmaking issues aside, I mean, the game was fucking ugly. Like, they made things darker. They changed the sounds of some of the guns. It's just like, why? Like, OG COD 4 looked much better than COD 4 remastered, which I think might be the first instance I've seen personally of a remaster looking worse than what it was remastering. Like, I don't know, they think they took a little too many creative liberties with that one. It's like, wouldn't that be interesting though? It's like, have like a second thing that accompanies the yearly release, because I mean they're gonna keep fucking doing it at this point. I mean, it's a money making machine. This Call of Duty, right? And I mean, it's a shame. Like, if I want to go back and play Modern Warfare 3, uh, enjoy a little striker action. I mean, these games, as far as I can tell, I mean, unless you do like something like IWAX or something. Or I think on Modern Warfare 3 they call it plutonium. I've not really looked into it too much, but like playing like the standard Steam release of Modern Warfare 3, out of the question. Riddled with cheaters. There's not that many people playing it, if there even are any. So like, would it not be neat to like have sort of like the best of Call of Duty that is constantly balanced and updated as new Call of Duties come out, so that if you ever have an itch, it'd be cool to play a little summit action on the BO1, sort of. Well, I'm not. Well, no, no, no. It wouldn't exactly be like that, because I think you would have to have like sort of a unified system of like, number one, for like the movement, and what sort of system are we going to use for like the perks and attachments and all that, right? So I think it would take a little work, and a little take and give to sort of unify every Call of Duty that was ever made, from COD 1 all the way up to Cold War now, and sort of integrate it into one standard system, which I think would probably be pretty challenging, because movement has changed from Call of Duty 1 to Cold War, right? I mean, and the introduction of perks and all these attachments, and now going forward with Vanguard, we're going to be up to 10. And I'd say, let's settle. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't be opposed to like, well, ideally, I'd like a Black Ops 2 pick 10. I'd say that's the best middle ground here, but that's just that's just me. But I'd be willing to give in to all right, let's do Modern Warfare 2019 movement. That seems to be the way these arcade shooters are going. And go to a pick 10 system. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think that I'm pretty sure something like this exists, like out of China or something, and like if an American wants to play, you're gonna have to deal with like really bad ping. Or actually, or maybe it's like the COD mobile game where they do that. But I remember hearing when Modern Warfare 2019 came out, people were upset. It's like, why the fuck is the mobile game better than the main release? But yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool and something worth doing because I don't think remasters can't be trusted for shit. They can't do it. So, I mean, unify. I don't know. Have like a unifying movement system, perk system, attachment system, and just let's get the best maps from COD 1 all the way up to Cold War, if Cold War has any good maps. I don't know. I didn't play it long. I haven't played any of the new maps. Certainly didn't like many of the base maps. But yeah, I think that'd be neato. Look into it, Activision. Money making idea. Like, hey, just charge people like 15, $20 to add on to the new additions to it. I guess it probably would be pretty weird though with the advanced movement era of Call of Duty. It was like Advanced Warfare. Again, it's unpopular. I actually really liked it, even though most of my experience playing that game was pretty miserable because for some reason their matchmaking was so fucked up they thought I wanted to play on Indian host or Vietnamese host. Shout out to my boy Dewey Quang. If you know, you know. All right, I gotta tell this story before I forget. Since I know a lot of you guys who watch me on YouTube don't watch me on Twitch. I respect that. I don't care what you do. Your time is your own. Your time is valuable. If you don't like Twitch, that's cool. That's why I have separated the two channels here. The main channel will be for YouTube exclusive content, and if you want to see shit that happened on the stream, that's what the second channel is for. Just figured I'd fit that in there right quick. But anyway, this guy Dewey Quang, he was a player out of Vietnam, and like he would always complain, bad host, bad host, bad host, please leave, bad host, lag, right? And so, of course, it's playing the Advanced Warfare. My fucking ping is miserable, and Dewey Quinn, he wasn't particularly good either, which made it even funnier. And so he was getting shit on. And he was complaining about bad host, blah blah blah. And he leaves the game. And guess what happened? Host migration. The motherfucker was host. He had the best connection in the goddamn lobby. And he's complaining about lag. I mean, the shit you'll say when you're angry at a video game. Even if it's completely wrong. Well, I don't remember in that game of like if you were the host and you quit out, like I don't know if it would give you that migrating host screen. I don't know, part of me thinks like even if it did do that and he found out he was the host, I don't think he was smart enough to realize he was the host cuz I mean, he was an idiot. So that's my story from Advanced Warfare for today. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, it'd be weird to implement some of the advanced movement games. What was it? 3 of them, right? Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, and Black Ops 3, I believe. And I think Advanced Warfare actually had some really, really good maps too. Like just off the top of my Biolab, I think it's called Biolab, Detroit. There's a few others, but I liked Advanced Warfare a lot. And I guess if they were to actually do this, like best of Call of Duty game, like they probably have to restructure those maps. Even if they do it at all, well, they probably fucking won't, and this idea will never happen anyway, because this would take a little effort, and Call of Duty, for the most part, is all about reusing assets, so why am I even fucking theorizing how this is gonna go down? A boy can dream, right? A boy can dream. But alright, I think also, too, I can fit in a couple of quick game reviews. I don't remember if I said I was going to do such a thing at the start of this video, but someone in the comments said, what do I think about Diablo 2 Remastered? Uh, Perfect remaster, outside of their networking issues, which I guess they weren't counting on the modern gamer taking advantage of what you can do in Diablo 2 when you're not restricted and it's more people playing. Like for instance, back in the day, you were limited to how many games you could create in a certain amount of time. And if you did like, let's say like you created like 5 games, 5 brand new lobbies in 5 minutes, you'd be locked out from making more for like 10, because the servers couldn't handle that level of stress. But now with the way games are played in 2021, where everything is broken down to a science, and people want to get their world first and all that, and there's more people gaming than ever now. Well, I don't know if that's a fact or not, but I feel that there's more people playing games today than there was 20 years ago. I think we can at least agree on that. Yeah, it's up to the modern demands and what modern gamers are fucking doing and how they break everything down into a science, and it's got to be fucking speedy and efficient and all that, no time wasted. Their servers can't handle that stress, and I guess I shouldn't be surprised with Blizzard and fucking shitty ass networking for a brand new game. What else is new, right? And remember patch day, huge patch day on World of Warcraft, 15 years ago. Diablo 3 release. How it was like, yeah, we're gonna launch the servers on midnight. Let's, spend 4 hours trying to fucking connect, just staring at the connecting screen. Well, I guess it shouldn't surprise me. Shame on you, Blizzard. You got 20 years of this shit under your belt. Get it together. Come on now. But networking issues aside, it is Diablo 2 with a handful of quality of life improvements, and I mean, I grew up on Diablo 2. It is. You guys ever see like the social media things like post picture, you post the 4 games that have had the most impact on you, and Diablo 2 is one of my 4. Diablo 2, COD 4, World of Warcraft, and I don't remember my 4th, so you'll just have to settle from 3 for me. So, oh, I'm an idiot. Battlefield 1942, my favorite game of all time, even though it's there's so much wrong with it. But hey, we all have games like that, right? But Diablo 2, I mean the remastered graphics look incredible. And it's Diablo 2. I grew up with it. Yeah, I mean, if you played like Diablo 3 first, or any modern dungeon crawler action RPG that was made in like the last 10 years, I could see how it feels a little dated to you. I'm not going to argue that you're wrong. Can I say that right? I wouldn't argue against you. There we go. All right, nice and balanced there, right? I mean, because it certainly is a little dated in its ways, but I mean, it was my first gaming addiction, really. Like I would spend days at friends' houses just so I could fucking play Diablo 2. I'd hang out with people just so I could play Diablo 2 on their computer, because at the time when it first came out, I didn't have a computer at the house that could play it. And then we did get a computer that could play it, and my friends never saw me again. Partially true. Yeah. I used to be quite an active kid before we got the computer that could play video games here like that. Used to play like street basketball and stuff, street football, all that stuff. Go walk to the tennis courts or whatever, go to the park, blah blah blah, hanging out with friends in the night in nature and getting scrapes and cuts and bruises and all that shit. Used to do that. Got a computer, stopped going outside. I don't really recommend that either, by the way. I mean, it was fun at the time, but I mean, looking back, it's like the neighborhood kids come knocking on the doors like, yo, hey Bruce, want to come play some ball? And I'm like, nah, sorry, I'd rather sorry, I'm busy gaming over here. And it's they'd come check in on you, and then as time went on, they checked in on you a little less, and then eventually they stopped checking up on you at all, which I don't blame them. So it's like, games are fun, but don't ignore your friends or being social. Unless you have no friends and you hate being social, then I can't really help you. This ain't that kind of show. So you do you, I guess. But anyway, Diablo 2, good shit. Like it, played it. I played it a little bit yesterday during our take and watch party. I don't know. Diablo 2 is just fucking magical. One of the greatest games ever made, in my opinion. Alright, so what else? We just recently completed Lost Judgment. It's a Japanese crime drama, beat 'em up style gameplay. Like simply a square, 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 triangle, triangle, blah, well-timed circles and circle presses and all that. Really fun game. I can't talk too much about the story because I think if I talk too much about it, it'll spoil it for you, but I found the story, it was a real thinker. It really questions, the right and wrong of your morality and your sense of justice and all that. So I got a good think out of that, and when you can say that about a video game story, they did a good fucking thing, and Lost Judgment was really fun to play, and the story I thought was pretty fucking good. Side quests were the shits. I mean, like, if you don't know Lost Judgment, the Judgment series is a spin-off series from the Yakuza games, which I do really I enjoy modern Yakuza games. I've gone back and played through 3 and 4, and I've gotten sidetracked by new releases here. I'll get through 5 eventually, and I can't believe the Yakuza series made it this long, because 3 and 4 were the shits. 5 is not really looking that much better than 3 and 4, and I can only imagine how fucking awful the original 1 and 2 games were. Luckily, you can go back and play like an actual remake of the first 2 games, which are really good. Though you can like, some of the fights were true to the source, and some of those boss fights, yeah, I can see that this game was made 20 years ago. Wait, where was I going with that? Oh, well, anyway, it's a spin-off of the Yakuza series, and I don't know, the side quests just weren't really. I mean, Yakuza is known for their goofy side quests, but like, the main character in the Judgment series is not a good vehicle to enjoy those goofy side quests, because because the main character, he's a straight shooter, right? I don't know. It's like, Kiryu and Ichiban, like they fit in those goofy side quests so much better than Yagami does. But anyway, Lost Judgment. Outside of the side quests, I did like 3 of them. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stick to the main quest. Plus, it doesn't help either that it's kind of hard to enjoy the side quests when I sit there and voice act in my stupid, goofy voices. Like, most of the side quests aren't voice acted, so I'm sure maybe if you're playing on your own and you're not trying to entertain 12 people. 12 you Andy over here. I had someone call me that before. After like a match of shipment. Like, I was just grinding attachments for the golden AA-12. What do they call it in that game? The jackhammer. Whatever fasty shooty fucking shotgun. I was just grinding the camos. It was just something to do, right? For whatever sellout Saturday or whatever day it was, and this guy got so upset that he came to the stream and he he called me 200 viewer Andy. Oh, the shit people say these days to try and hurt my fucking feelings. Shame. 200. Hey, I tell you what, 200 viewer Andy over here is doing quite well, regardless of which Twitch leak you saw of my numbers. I wish I made $500,000 in 2 years. But wait, what? Oh, anyway, so Lost Judgment, pretty cool. I'm gonna touch up on this a little bit. Deathloop, that's gotta be the shittiest 10 out of 10 game there ever was, right? I mean, it's not that well optimized on PC. The AI is the absolute shits out of any modern game I have ever played. Like, I know we can dick on, like, Metal Gear Solid AI, especially, like, the old Metal Gear Solid games. But good lord, these people needed to play a fucking Metal Gear Solid game. And it's like, once you get the suppressed Scorpion, I mean, the game is over. Which is kind of not what I expected from, like, this roguelite mixture where, like, you'd find the thing that breaks the game within the first 2 hours of the game. And it's not a particularly long game either. I think I got about maybe, 12, 15 hours out of it, something like that. Standard, modern, single-player length. AI was just the shits, and the ending, it was there. Didn't really leave me satisfied. So yeah, the shits of a fucking AI which really just ruins the fucking game. I mean, it was just too easy. Way too easy. I mean, no wonder it got a 10 out of 10, since apparently modern game reviewers are a bunch of fucking pussies. I mean, it's a shame they're in that position. They got to meet deadlines, but I mean, dude, whoever gave that game a 10 out of 10 should be fired. Straight up. You cannot play that game and objectively tell me it does everything right. I mean, all right, to give you a scenario here, since we're doing this podcast style, there's one situation where you're going into, like, a dining hall or a reception area type thing. So what I did was, I was firing from up top in the rafters, and then they all saw me, and then, like, 20 people come to rush you, right? And so what I did was I got out of the room, hopped on the rooftop that was right next to that room, waited for the enemies to go up the stairs, and I shot them all in the back of the head one by one. And not a single one of the enemies turned around. And I wasn't being clever about it either. It's like, okay, so, like, let's say, there's two guys, right? Single file. So you're saying you shot the guy in the back and then the guy in the first, right? So that the guy in front doesn't know someone fucking died right behind them, right? No, I shot the guy in the fucking front, and all the people behind them didn't fucking know, and they just kept fucking running to where I was, like, 2 minutes ago before they finally stormed up the stairs. Like, it's so pathetic. Just truly pathetic. And, alright, that's enough Deathloop. What a piece of shit. And now we are working on Metroid Dread, which is really good. I mean, I'm a stickler for Metroidvania kind of games. I mean, I love the 2D Castlevania games, especially the ones on the 3DS, or not the 3DS, but the DS. Oh, bangers of a game. Bloodstained, loved it. Hollow Knight, loved it. And now Metroid has gone back to 2D. And it is it has upset certain people out there for being too goddamn hard. And let me tell you, it's not that hard. The controllers are a little wonky. That's my only gripe. But I mean, you can get over it. Not sure if I really wanted to, sit down and, I can play Metroid Dread for like a month straight. I'm sure you can do like some real seamless stuff, but I mean, it's a minor nitpick there. Wish it was a little less wonky, but I'm sure there's already YouTube clips out there of people doing really fucking precise movement. It looks impressive and all that. But yeah, it's a good game. I haven't beaten it yet. But yeah, it's 2D Metroidvania. I love that stuff, so not a surprise that I'd love the Metroid Dread. And again, it's really not that hard. I mean, some fights take you a couple tries. Yeah, maybe a little more than a couple tries if you've been drinking. Not that bad. I mean, it's as far as difficulty goes. I mean, it ain't got nothing on Neo that I've seen yet. I mean, there's still a little more left, so I guess we'll see. But it's not that hard. But anyway, we've rambled on for 40 minutes. Anti-cheat, best of Call of Duty game that, is maintained and updated alongside their yearly release, and a couple of impromptu game recaps and things. So, that note, I got some fucking chicken that needs to be cooked, and I'm fucking hungry. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, or listening, I should say. Watching, listening, you know what the fuck I mean. I'm out of here. Peace!